I actually had a long trip and I thought that I should actually create a road trip video, and this is the video that I'll create. I thought I'll give you some tips about road trips. I've had many road trips with this car and other cars also on my bike, and all of these actually helped me a lot, and they have been wonderful experiences, wonderful journeys to me. So I wanted to share the experience, and also if you are planning a road trip, what are the things you might have to do? All of these things I wanted to share with you. So the first thing that you have to understand is road trips can be stressful if you don't plan for them right. So make sure that you are planning for the road trip right. Get your car should be perfect. You should have your car. First step is you should actually have your wheel balancing and all of those things done. Your car should be running properly. If there are any tires that are worn out, or there is a chance that the tire might burst or something like that is going to happen, change it before your trip, especially if you're having a long journey. Second tip that I would have for you is, if you are traveling a lot, a long journey, try to break it up into smaller journeys, that break it up into smaller trips, and make sure you're taking halts regularly. Only drive during the day, don't drive during the night. It's not advisable. In even in very developed countries, it's not advisable. And if you have to drive at night, make sure you are doing all the things that you are supposed to do for the safety, because night driving is really risky, and you have to understand if you want to take that risk or not. I personally would never advise you to take that risk. Make sure that you have your journey planned out well, and I'm not just talking about where you're going to stop. All your journey stops, everything should be planned as far as possible, but be ready for these plans not working out. Seldom do these plans work out. When it works out, it's good, but most of the time you will find that something unexpected does come in. So make sure you have planned for that as well. When you are traveling, I would suggest not to get your car washed from unknown people or unknown places, especially if you are traveling through rural areas and you have a really good car. If they wash it, it might not, they don't know how to do it, and they can actually ruin things. So get that, don't get into this problem. Don't get your car washed there. At the end of the journey, wherever you're reaching, you can actually get your car washed, but till then, don't get your car washed. Every morning you should be in fresh clothes, because that will actually make you feel fresh, and that will actually help you a lot. And every day morning when you start off really early, as early as you can. It should be really early, 4 a.m., 3 a.m. if you can. Sleep early and wake up really early, and get on the road as soon as you can. That'll help you beat all the traffic that you can get in the cities, and that'll actually help you a lot. Every day morning when you begin, the essential things that you have to do is you have to actually wash or wipe your windshield. Your windshield and your side glasses should be really clear. And also, many people forget this, make sure that you are cleaning your headlights, flashers, and all of these things also. Make sure that you're cleaning them, because what happens, especially if you're driving in the rain or something like that, you're going to get all grime on the headlights, and that's actually going to cause your lights not to function properly. Your lights won't be visible at times, and it might not be, when you need your lights, you will be in a lot of trouble. This is the first thing that you have to do when you start your journey every day morning. Before you begin from your hotel, just do a visual inspection. Walk around your car and do a visual inspection. Try to see if there is anything wrong, or if all the tires are inflated properly, all of the things are visible. Make sure that you're taking all the things that you have taken into the hotel also. You don't want to journey halfway and understand that you have forgotten your phone or something like that in your hotel. When it comes to hotels, I would also suggest that you plan your hotels before time, and make sure that you are getting hotels that are according to what you need. Make sure you're getting hotels that are good and safe. I always try to make sure that I'm getting a hotel with a good parking, covered parking if possible, because I don't want anything to happen to my car. Last thing you want is, next morning you wake up and you're trying to go for your journey and your windshield or something is cracked or your expensive car is ruined. Worst, it could be stolen. All of these things are possible. So you don't want to end up at a small motel or something that doesn't have any safety. So make sure that you are looking into it ahead of time. Make sure you check the reviews before you get into the hotel, and you should be actually knowledgeable where you are going to stop and the hotels that are available, the best hotel there, and all of these things should be known to you. If possible, do avoid traveling alone because it can be a hassle, it can be a stress. Not everyone can pull it off. I like traveling alone. I like to do long travels in my car alone. I wouldn't do it always, but sometimes in a few months I can do it. If you tell me to do it every day, I can't do it. Even I can't do it. So make sure that you are strong enough to do alone traveling because it's not for everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It doesn't show that you're stronger or weaker or anything like that. It's just some people can handle it, some people can't. If you have the option of taking someone with you, take someone with you. Take someone with you because that will help you out a lot. You won't be anxious when you face certain problems, and it will actually help you out a lot. If you have to travel alone and that is the only possibility that you have, then make sure that you have all the things, that is, you have something to entertain yourself while you're traveling. I normally carry audiobooks and that actually helps me out a lot. You can see the miles pass away. You complete one book and you'll be at 200 miles or 300 miles, and that actually helps you out a lot. I wouldn't suggest getting new audiobooks that you haven't even read once if you're going through certain roads. But if it is a normal highway and you can keep concentration along with the book, then you can go ahead and listen to the audiobook. How much money should you carry? The amount of money that you carry should be enough. You should, if anything happens, plan for emergencies. Don't carry just enough, like last to the last dime. That's never going to work. Carry something at least 20% extra, and make sure that you have other options available when you need cash. Anything could go wrong. You might have to withdraw more cash. All of these things are possible. Make sure that you have options to get the money, and when it is when you face a problem, you don't have to run here and there, or your relatives don't have to come to you to get the money. The final tip that I have for you is enjoy your road trip. Don't take the road trip if you don't feel like it, and if you're going to be miserable all the way, take a flight, take any other option that you have. A road trip should be about fun, it should be about enjoyment, and it should be something that you enjoy. If you don't like it, don't force yourself. It's nothing wrong with taking a flight or any other mode of transportation. Heck, take a bus, take a train. All of these things are there. They are equally fun modes of transportation. But road trip will give you more insight into the land. You will actually see more things. It's more enjoyable, especially if you have someone with you to share the road trip. The experience becomes that much more better. But if it is something that you have to do alone, make sure you're ready for it, make sure your car is ready for it, and make sure you are prepared for the unexpected. Don't forget to have fun on your road trip. That's the biggest advice I have for you. I've had all kinds of road trips, including long road trips on my sports bike, and all of this actually taught me a lot. You understand how much strong you are and how much endurance you have. Sometimes you assume that you have a lot of endurance and you might be turning out to be weaker. For me, it was, I thought I could only go this far, but there was a lot more in me that I could show, that I could go for. So I didn't get tired and I could actually go on, and that actually was a good experience for myself. I could see my own strength. So a long journey will teach you a lot of things, so make sure you are ready for those lessons also. I hope that this video was helpful for you and it helped you for planning for your road trip and also in your road trip. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. This has been Jamie for Top EVT. I'll see you in the next video.